The Commerzbank Arena in Frankfurt is the setting for the 6th FIFA Women's World Cup final. Good evening and welcome. Wayne Boyce and Brian Hamilton with you for Japan against the United States. Wonderful atmosphere as it has been right throughout this competition. The two sides are out. It's time for the national anthems. Well, it was in the script that this would be the day when Germany wrote themselves into the history books with a third World Cup success, but Japan didn't read it and knocked the holders and hosts out, leaving the United States with the chance to become the first team to claim 3 World Cups. Well, Japanese captain Hamura Sawa is the tournament's joint top scorer with 4 goals, level with Brazil's Mata. Her hat-trick against Mexico remains the only treble of the competition. Norio Sasaki sticks with the team that started the semi-final against Sweden, so Naomi Kawasumi remains up front alongside Kozu Ando. In fact, Kawasumi for Nagasato in the semi-final was Sasaki's only change to the starting 11 in the whole tournament. Well, for the first time ever in World Cup history, 2 teams are contesting a World Cup final, having both lost a group match. The USA lost to Sweden, was their first ever in 18 matches before the knockout stages, while Japan were beaten 2-0 by England and qualified for the knockout phases in 2nd place behind the English team. Well, Abby Wambach scored her 12th World Cup goal of all time against France in the semi-final. She's the player that Japan will have to watch. There's the 2 captains. Rampone, the centre-back for the USA, and the in-form Hamura Sawa, who has 4 goals from the centre of midfield. There is some German representation in this final. Bibiana Steinhaus is the referee. Abby Wambach, of course, with her 12 World Cup goals of all time, 3 in this competition, put her within a shout of the Golden Boot. 36-year-old captain Christy Rampone is the sole survivor from the 1999 World Cup winning squad. She didn't play, she was on the bench for the penalty shootout win over China. Pia Sundhage makes 2 changes to this team, with Rachel Buhler back from suspension. Becky Sabrum drops out, while Megan Rapinoe gets the nod over Amy Rodriguez in the starting 11. Perhaps here for Japan. This is Nagasato, the substitute. Twisting and turning and surrounded by a sea of white shirts. Nowhere to go. This is Morgan. Can she use her pace here? Alex Morgan! USA finally break through in the World Cup final. And it is young Alex Morgan who has finally beaten Ayumi Kaihore. It is the USA 1, Japan 0. Kinga. Do Japan have something late on for us? So poor clearance that time from Rampone. And Japan take advantage of it. It's a risky challenge. Buhler's lost it, and Miyama has stabbed in the equaliser for Japan. And we are all level again in the World Cup final. Talk about making a hash of it defensively, the USA. And Aya Miyama is on hand. It is USA 1, Japan 1.
Well, there's no doubt there's big game players.
Crossing towards Wambach, an important header from Kumagai. Lloyd trying to bounce. This is Rapinoe. Another chance to pick out Wambach, maybe. Blocked by Kinga. Now Morgan, good run by Morgan. Wambach had to be the head of Abby Wambach, and the USA are back in front in the World Cup final. Terrific play by Alex Morgan, and it's Abby Wambach's 4th goal of the World Cup. It is the USA 2, Japan 1. Corner for Japan. 4 minutes to go in extra time. Miyama. Sawa got the flick! Oh, and it's in! And Japan have equalised! It's Tamare Sawa, the captain, with 4 minutes to go, who has stabbed home a second equaliser for Japan. And this Asian team just will not be beaten. It is Japan 2, USA 2, and Sawa is now the leading scorer at this World Cup to boot as well. It's going to be Shannon Box to step up and take the first one for the USA. Scored the first one in the quarter-final against Germany, and she's missed this one. Now it's Miyama for Japan, player who scored the first equaliser on 81 minutes, with the chance to put Japan ahead. Can she beat Hope Solo? She can. A really cool penalty from Miyama, and Japan lead in the shootout. Japan 2, USA 1. But if this goes in from the centre-back, Saki Kumagai, Japan are the world champions. Have never been Asian champions, remember. Are they going to win the World Cup before their continental crown? If Kumagai scores, we have a new name on the Women's World Cup. What a moment to write history for Saki Kumagai. She has done! Lashes it into the corner. Kumagai scores, and Japan are the Women's World Champions. What a sensational story this is. The team that had only won 3 matches at the World Cup in the 5 previous tournaments have gone all the way in 2011, and you certainly can't take it away from them. Both Germany and the United States, 2 teams who had twice previously won this World Cup, have been beaten, and Norio Sasaki and his team have rewritten the history books. Japan are the first Asian team to win the World Cup. The USA are crestfallen. Japan are the world champions.